I'm sure tikuziva kuti pane zvakaitika kuStoneridge dzimba dzakapwanywa, but vamwe venyu munogona kunge musina kuzombonyatsowana nguva yekunzwisisa kuti chii chakaitika, zvakakonzereswa nei, ende chii chingaitike kudzivirira njodzi dzakadai in the future. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly what transpired in Stoneridge, why it took so many years for this crisis to explode, and I'll give you a bulletproof, step-by-step blueprint to ensure your property investments are safe. If you think this can't happen to you, think again. Chawana hama hachisekwi. Tazoti hai nini hai inandi na mari zvinondi affecta papi. You never know. Mari inongoita mashura ukawana mari yekuvaka. Kana kuti unenge uine dzimba dzako unogona kungowana futi umwe mukana wekuvaka. O unogona kungobvunzwa advice neshamwari kana nehama. So this video is for everyone. Imagine waking up to the sound of bulldozers, only to watch your life savings turn into a pile of rubble in less than an hour, maybe 45 minutes. So izvi ndo zvakaitika kuStoneridge, ende zvakaitika muwinter, in the freezing winter cold, ende pane zvakamboitika futi around February. And nyaya dzema-demolitions idzodzi dzinowanzoitika in the rainy season and muwinter. What actually happened in Stoneridge? Just days ago, earth-moving equipment moved into a disputed 20-hectare piece of land, flattening homes that families spent years building. The legal owner of this specific plot, reported to be a Chinese investor, obtained a valid High Court eviction order to reclaim the land. Desperate families, war veterans, women and children were caught completely off guard, forced to salvage whatever furniture they could from the ruins. So waitoona vanhu vachichema, madzimai, vanhu vari vulnerable, chiedza kunyararidzwa nemwana, mukadzi mukuru akarara pasi, umwe akati Zimbabwe yacho handichaizive kuti ndiyo here inoi, maybe handisi muZimbabwe, ndokumbirawo madirections ndikwanise kuenda kuZimbabwe. So you can see kuti zviri deep. Vanhu vakarwadziwa, vanhu vakaaffecteka, ende zvinogona kutodevelopesa umwe munhu zvirwere zvinenge ana BP, ende zvinozotoita chronic zvisingazotomboperi because mari idzi dzinenge dzichinetsa kuwana. Ndakatonzwa umwe achitarisa achiti apa kana window frame harisara apa. So imagine kuti munhu anenge akungotarisa kuti chii chandingakwanisa hangu kuwana after this demolition ndizoshandisawo, uchinyatsoona kuti hapana. Ndofunga muri kuzvionera mega dzimba dziri kupwanywa idzo. Chii chaunotora ipapapa. So let's dive into the role of land barons. Ndofunga munongonzwa zvichinzi ma-land barons. While the legitimate owner was tied up in slow-moving court battles, criminal syndicates known as land barons took advantage of the silence. These connected fraudsters illegally invaded the land, divided it into residential stands, and sold them to unsuspecting home seekers. So zvavanongoita vanongozoti nyaya dzekumacourts kadzinononoka. Munoziva chero macriminal cases ndosika mumwe munhu achitozoita plea deal because there are so many reasons ndichakuudzai kuti sei macourt cases achinonoka. Because mumwe munhu ada kuzoti for nyaya yakadai so zvinodelay anenge achinonoka, ende anotononoka zvekuti umwe munhu anogona kutogive up, kana kuti umwe anoti chero zvikaita 30 years ndichazoramba ndichifambira nyaya yangu. Saka ipapo pavanenge vachiita back and forth kumacourts unotowana confidence yekutovaka wotodii, asi muridzi weland haana kuzorora. So to lull buyers into a false sense of security, these land barons used two highly effective traps. First, they forged Harare City Council allocation letters, fake receipts, and fraudulent layout plans to make the development look completely official. Second, they actively pressured buyers to build as fast as possible. So ndofunga vakambotenga nenzira idzi munonzwa kuti chibva watoisa structure. Why? Because land barons know that once a permanent house is built, it takes years longer for the courts of the city council to authorize a demolition blitz. Naturally kana council vakaona kuti paane dzimba zvakunetsa, chero muridzi zvinenge zvaakutomunetsa manje, nyaya yake inenge yakunetsa kana pavakwa. Ndosika pachingonzi vakai pakasiiwa pakangodaro munhu anogona kutongouyo oita zvaada kutoita muridzi neland yake ndosika vanhu vachimhanyiswa. So by the time the legal system finally caught up and the council deployed its enforcement teams, the land barons had already run off with millions of dollars, leaving innocent families to face the bulldozers alone. Pamama kamirira mese, how to protect yourself, the due diligence blueprint. So we cannot let this happen to anyone else. Here is your official step-by-step guide to verifying any piece of land in Harare before you hand over a single dollar. Step 1. Never rely on documents provided solely by the seller or a housing cooperative. You must independently verify the title deed. Take the property details to the Harare Deeds Registry Office at Century House along Nelson Mandela Avenue. Pay the official search fee and physically inspect the deed book. Check that the seller's name matches the registered owner's ID exactly, and make sure there are no active caveats, court injunctions, or bank mortgages on the property. Step 2. If you are buying a subdivided state, and subdivision is, always verify the subdivision permit with the Ministry of Local Government or the Harare City Council. Without this permit, a separate title deed can never legally be issued. Step 3. Before you lay a single brick, you must get building plan approval from the Harare City Council Department of Works at Cleveland House. To get this, you need your verified title deed, a rates clearance certificate proving all municipal taxes are paid, a certificate of compliance for the area's infrastructure, and professional technical drawings from a registered architect. Building without this signed approval automatically flags your home for future demolition. So zvinogona saitika nhasi mangwana kana kuswera mangwana, but musi wacho unogona kusvika. Ukaitawo rombo rakanaka hausvike pamwewo uri mupenyu, asi zvinogona kusvikira vawasira uchiti ndasira mhuri yangu nhaka. Buying land should be the proudest moment of your life, not a financial death sentence. The Stoneridge Demolitions show us exactly what happens when we trust the wrong people. But with the right knowledge, you can build a secure future for your family. I promised you earlier on that I'm going to explain why these court cases take so many years. The reality check. Court cases generally just take a lot of time, so they drag on and on and on before bulldozers show up. Here is the first catch. Under section 74 of the Zimbabwean Constitution, you cannot legally demolish a house or evict someone without a high court order. It doesn't matter if you have the title deed in your hand. If you bring a bulldozer without that specific piece of paper from a judge, you are the criminal. To get that order, a property owner has to file a civil lawsuit, and that is exactly where the trap springs. So even paneva no rentesa kuti unopiwa eviction order panenge uchifanira kubhadhira mari ende zvinotoro time, because vanenge vachidawo kuona kuti iwewe wacho here hauno mhosva yauda kupara here nemovhi yauri kuita iyoyo. So pamunoita maback and forth enyu, munhu anogona kutogara mumba mako asingabhadhari rent uchida kuita through this eviction process. But painozoitika ndopepe kuti munongoona munhu makuseni kunze kweroad kugedhi muroad makazara zvinhu zvemunhu, asi hazvingoitike. And also the legal system, kune the backlog crash. The Judicial Service Commission is facing a massive crisis. Right now, our courts are completely overwhelmed by backlogs. A single contested civil matter takes an average of 6 months just to get moving and years to finalize, meaning your case sits at the bottom of a mountain of files for months before a judge even looks at it. So those zvimwe zvinoitika kuti kunenge kuine backlog. I think vamwe vane nyaya dziri kumacourts munozviziva kuti haungosvike nenyaya yako yobva yatopiwa verdict musi iwowo. Then sometimes lawyers deliberately delay. The land barons know the system is slow and they exploit it beautifully. Their lawyers use what we call Stalingrad tactics, deliberately choking the court with endless applications, changing corporate names, requesting postponements, and filing frivolous appeals. Every time a lawyer asks for a postponement, the case gets pushed back by 3 to 6 months. They do this completely on purpose, to buy time so they can sell more stands and collect more cash from unsuspecting buyers. Not while the real owner is bleeding money on legal fees and the courts are slowly grinding away, the land baron is telling buyers, don't worry, the land is ours, start building immediately. They use the court's delay to create a human shield of finished houses. Then pane vamwe vandanzwa vachibvunza kuti kwavanodi kungo at least vakwanisawo kupiwa mukana wekutora roofing sheets avo, their bricks, their door frames. The cost of salvaging zvinhu is a trap, the logistics nightmare. So let's say you somehow managed to dismantle your roof sheets and clean 10,000 bricks before the grader arrived. Where do you put them? You are being evicted from the land, meaning you cannot leave them there. To move thousands of bricks, you need a 10-ton dropside truck, a single trip from a local haulage service, and it costs hundreds of US. Remember, these families have already sunk their last cents into building. They do not have cash lying around to instantly hire heavy transport while standing in the mud. And because now they have been rendered especially vaive vanotanga kupwanyirwa. There is no way, because vamwe vanozotero vanogona kuedza izvozvo, because ndakanzwawo mumwe aiti ndiri muoveti achiti pane vamwe vazototanga kubvisa roofing sheets, vazotongoedzaedzawo kutora zvavakwanisa. Kazhinji panoshandiswa surprise. I'm not really sure in this case if that's also what transpired, but these owners vanenge vasecure my eviction orders, they use surprise to prevent community resistance, riots, or legal blockades. Imagine what votaura kuti tiri kuyozopwanya dzimba, vanosvika vakamirirwa necommunity azvibude from their side, vanorohwa, vanokanganiswa. And the system is designed to crush, not to salvage. The moment the court order drops, your investment becomes a total write-off. Ndoda kuti mupabatisise. Court order ichingonzi yapo zvokuti ndodombotra roofing sheets angu, ndodombotra door frames, 10,000 bricks or 20,000 or whatever, tiles angu, 50,000 bricks, your investment becomes a total write-off. Court order ichingonzi yapo chete. Unogona kuzocontesta, but manje land owners vacho kana vakatongoshandisa kana zvese zvinofanira kunge zvaitwa zvapo, paperwork yapo, investment yako inenge ichitongonzi iri pari illegal, pakutonzi illegal settlement. So vamwe vacho vari kutotaura kuti akazi kekutanga takatombodzingwa kunana Arlington and zviri kungoramba zvichingoitika. This is very unfortunate and no one deserves to go through this. Chawana hama ndambotaura kuti hachisekwe. Please don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell for future updates. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.